Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp has announced his decision to step down as manager of Liverpool at the end of the season.
I will leave the club at the end of the season.
Hello and welcome back to the Overtime Sporting Podcast. I'm your host Louis Hunt and today we will focus on the sport of football. In this episode we will dive deeper into Liverpool's new manager for the upcoming season, who I think deserves Player of the Year and who I think will win next year's Premier League. So let's not waste any more time and get right into it.
Earlier this year, heroic manager Jurgen Klopp announced that he would leave Liverpool at the end of the season. This news was heartbreaking for Liverpool fans, including myself. His legendary status at the club has left us all in shock, and it leaves us asking the question, who will be Liverpool's new manager to take over? To start out, Liverpool started conversation with Xabi Alonso, who is the current Leverkusen manager. He currently sits top of the league in Germany and has an impressive winning record with the club this year. Unfortunately, the deal was dismissed by Alonso and Liverpool fans were left devastated. Things were looking up though, as Liverpool began to make discussions with Sporting Lisbon manager Ruben Amorim, who also declined Liverpool's offer. This leads us to where we are now. Liverpool are in deep discussion with German manager Arne Slot. Deals are progressing and Arne Slot could potentially be Liverpool's next manager. Will he do well? I guess we'll have to find out.
Stop! Before you skip ahead to the rest of the episode, pay attention to today's sponsor. Foot Cleats are a new emerging football brand that's selling quality football boots across the world for cheap, affordable prices. Get your hands on a pair before they sell out. Now back to the podcast.
The next topic is who I think will Premier League Player of the Year is this year. To start out, let me start by saying there have been a lot of fantastic players this year. The players that have stood out most to me are Liverpool player Alexis McAllister, a true icon who has played exceptionally well in the midfield this year. He is led by example and has shown real commitment. Moreover, Chelsea player Cole Palmer is another one who I think has stood out. He has been exceptional as a youngster in the first season at Chelsea. Chelsea have struggled this season and Cole Palmer stepped up at the most crucial times. Lastly, Manchester City player Phil Foden, a true magician on the ball, and he has proven it this season to score incredible goals and has scored numerous amount of goals for the club. Overall, I will have to pick Cole Palmer as my player of the season. This is because he has been a huge player at a time where Chelsea have struggled, and at Cole Palmer's young age of 22, what he has done is incredible. We will focus on who I think will win the Premier League next year. I think the league will look similar to this year, with the big teams such as Liverpool, Arsenal and Manchester City competing in a title race once again. Although I would like Liverpool to win the league, I think Manchester City will win it once again. They have such a strong and experienced squad, and although players may leave, they have lots of squad depth and quality, so I believe City will win it.
So that's it. Thanks for tuning in to the Overtime Sporting Podcast. I've been your host, Louis Hunt, on the sport of football, providing you with my thoughts and opinions on the most recent gossip within the world of football. Stay tuned for next week's episode where we will bring a special guest onto the podcast to discuss the sport of tennis. Can you guess who it is? Leave your comments down below. Thanks again.